Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Better Battery Bolt, you're nuts not to try these bolts. Badger Land Off-Road, accessories, re-gearing, tires, wheels, and lift kit installs. And by Ansell Healthcare Products, powered to protect. Time now for the lowdown with Magic Creeper.
Now, we've compared traditional mechanics creepers with the Magic Creeper, and really there's no comparison. Take a look at this one. That's a fine creeper if you've got a smooth floor. Look, it rolls around nice and easily here on the casters, but once you get it out in the dirt or in the gravel, there is no chance this thing is going anywhere. And talk about portability. The Magic Creeper you can take along with you. This, not so much. You're never going to get it in your car either. It's never going to fit. You're not going to want to take this along with you. The Magic Creeper, however, just weighs a few pounds, and you can roll it up just like this and throw it under your seat or in the back of the vehicle, and it can go everywhere you go. Let's talk about another place where the Magic Creeper shines, ground clearance. Take a look at this here. This is the traditional creeper. What is that? 4 or 5 inches there, and then the Magic Creeper, just about nothing. And you get all that extra ground clearance to work, because some of us need a little more clearance. The average SUV is about 8 inches off the ground, and you need all the space you can get if you're going to work underneath. The Magic Creeper is your only option. Magic Creeper is great wherever you go. It's great at home. It's great on the road. If you're using it in your shop as a professional, a lot of folks like to take this outside. If they've got a vehicle that pulls in, they can triage it, decide if it needs to go in the shop, decide which car needs to go first. If they just want to take a quick look, the mechanic can just roll out the Magic Creeper right in the parking lot, take a look underneath, and it could be just a quick fix, and the customer is on their way. We also hear from a lot of pro shops that use it in the shop, again, because of the ground clearance. If there's not enough lift space, the Magic Creeper works as well as any other traditional creeper, and you don't have to worry about rolling over tools or bumpy spots on the floor. Any debris and dirt and all that stuff is on the creeper, not on you, because you stay on the dry part and the clean part of the Magic Creeper. Once the creeper does get dirty, it's easy to clean. Just spray it with your favorite cleaner, wipe it up, and the dirt is gone. Whether you're a pro or whether you're using the Magic Creeper at home, in your driveway, or around the house, it is the creeper you need in your life. It's going to make your life a whole lot simpler. Check them out at magiccreeper.com. You know, there are a ton of additives for your car, for your engine, transmission, and that sort of thing. And it's hard to tell them apart, but Tribotex really stands out from the others. How so, Brian?
1, it will stay in your engine longer. 2, it will not break down any of your components like your catalytic converter. And 3, we don't use products that would be removed from fuel.
And what about the ingredients? I know some of them out there claim to be this magic elixir, but when you really break them down, they're not that special.
Yeah, those lubricants are often great in short-term applications in clean oil, but in long-term use, they can break down into corrosive materials.
Well, let's talk about moly, for instance. Molybdenum
disulfide.
It's very, very popular, and it has some good applications in the short term.
Molybdenum disulfide is a great lubricant. However, if it reacts with water and oxygen, it can make molybdenum trioxide, which is an abrasive, and sulfuric acid. It will dissolve it, so it not only makes an acid, but an abrasive. That's why it's really important to check your CV joints and your ball joints to see if the boots are cracked. If there is a crack, water can enter those areas and cause that molybdenum disulfide to break down.
What is it about Tribotex that makes it stay in the engine and on all the parts?
We work with the metal oxides and we will fuse to it, but we need to have extreme forces or pressures that are present in the engine at the surface level, at the friction. The particles are so small, it's like stepping on a needle. It will easily penetrate deep into the metal and force it and create this nice smooth surface that builds up.
Like stepping on a needle, it directs that force right there, but if you have an entire bed of nails,
exactly,
it distributes the force.
That's one reason why adding a little bit of Tribotex goes a lot longer than adding a ton of Tribotex. Don't squeeze a bunch of tubes in the engine, because that won't help as much as a little bit.
And now Tribotex Particles, as we've seen from some of the animations, and we've seen Pasha with the famous sticky notes.
Yeah.
Tell us how that works and how the particles cling to each other.
They have 2 different sides. It's called a nisotropic, and it means one side is different than the other. One is sticky and one is slippery. What we use are these little particles that will fuse to the metal oxides. They react with it, but they're positively charged, so they repel each other. They are not like sticky as you would think of like a glue, but they're more like they can react with the metal surfaces if they are given enough force.
And so with particles like that sticking together, they can actually repair flaws in your old engine parts and protect your engine for a long, long time. You can check all of this out at Tribotex.com. Well, I've got my off-road buddy and my Offroad Air Buddy, and we are ready to hit the trail. We are going to be back in the studio again next week, though. We hope you will join us. In the meantime, you can email Jeff at masterstv.com if you have the great product like this one here. Until next week, from our entire crew and from Ender here, we will see you. So long.